It's probably the hottest social media app in 2021, and I'm going to show you exactly how to utilize it so you don't waste your time, so you can build your brand, influence, presence, connections, networking, the whole kit and caboodle. Make sure you come on back. How's it going, Nez Nation? It's so good to see you. I know you've heard of it. I know you've been getting all the buzz. Everybody's talking about it on Twitter, maybe all your friends, all your colleagues, maybe you've been using it. You're kind of wondering what in the world's going on here. Clubhouse. It's probably literally the hottest app in social media in 2021 thus far. As of this recording, if you're an Android user, my condolences. I apologize. You can't use it. I have no idea why, by the way. Apple iPhone users, stick around, because if you want to know how to build your brand, how to really utilize everything you can out of this amazing new app, stick around, especially towards the end, because I'm going to teach you exactly how to use it. Please stick around. I'm going to tell you the results of all these steps that I did myself. First started hearing buzz about this probably in December, early to mid-December. Right now, as of this recording, it's we're in January, well into Q1 here of 2021. And, I downloaded the app. I got invited by a friend. And by the way, if you're looking for a how-to, like a screen share, this is the wrong video for you. I'm really going to be talking about how to really make the most of your time on the app. What are the best ways to utilize the app and find the right rooms and build your brand and influence? If you're looking for a step-by-step tutorial, I apologize. This is not that. I go on there, and at first I was extremely skeptical. I was like, what is this? It just seemed to me like, it's very dangerous. You got to be careful, because shiny new object syndrome is a very, very real thing, right? I mean, I thought the same thing about TikTok. I was very skeptical about TikTok when it first came out. Obviously, that's changed because it's dominating. But, there's only so much you can do, okay? There's only so many social media apps you can build a presence on. It's really important to be strategic and understand where your audience is and where you can bring the most value, and then really go all in. So I, was curious. I'm an online business owner. I'm a business strategist. I love, creating content. I'm a content creator. So I was just curious, and I went on there, and it just seemed, I was really disappointed in the beginning, because it seemed to me that this was a place where people it was just a giant ego parade, where, the rooms that I was getting into, I just felt like there was really nothing going on other than everybody just praising each other and complimenting each other and saying how great they were. And I was like, I'm done. Hasta la pasta. See you later. Then one night, very recently, as a matter of fact, my mother-in-law took the kids, and, my wife and I usually like to go out to dinner. We usually like to go, out, and when the kids are not around. Obviously, with everything that's going on, we're unable to do that. So I made myself a drink and look forward to a very quiet evening. My wife went for her, evening walk that she likes to do. I just kind of was sitting there on the couch and just decided, you know what? I'll check out this Clubhouse app. I'll just kind of see what's going on here. Because, just like you, I was starting to get a little bit of FOMO. I'll be completely honest with you. I mean, a lot of people were talking about how great this app was. So I decided to give it another chance. And long story short, I was blown away. Boy, was I wrong. I was stuck on this app for literally 4 hours. My wife kept giving me dirty looks. What in the world are you doing? Are you going to spend some time with me? It's very rare that my wife and I get a chance to spend, some time alone in the house. If you're a parent and you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so, I couldn't believe it. I look at my watch, I looked at the clock, and I'm like, holy macadamia nut. I've been on this app for well over 4 hours, maybe even 5-6 hours, having no clue how long I'd been on there. I'm completely sold on Clubhouse. I'm all in on Clubhouse, and I'll tell you why. Clubhouse, if you don't understand, is an audio-only social media app. There is no filter. There is no Photoshop. There is no editing. It's just raw, unfiltered, unabashed you. And the cool thing is that if you find the right room, this is the key, You have to find the right room, because there's a ton of rooms out there where it's just like way too many people on stage. There's 50 moderators, there's 100 speakers, and it just, at that point, it pretty much turns into a podcast. Like, you're just listening to get some information and glean some info. You're not really contributing. I, for one, don't really want to utilize this app just for information. I'm happy with the podcast that I'm subscribed to. I like gathering data and market research on my own. I'm not saying you can't learn, but the thing about social media, and the reason why I'm so all in on Clubhouse, is that this really, Clubhouse exemplifies the purest definition of what social media is, which literally is, I mean, look at the word, look at the title, social media. Interaction, engagement, collaboration, participation, networking. That's really what social media should all be about. That's what your business should be about, that humanness. What's the mission statement here at Nez Nation? Bringing more humanness to this digitalness. And so here's the best way to do it. And really, it just comes down to this. 3 really quick tips. Number 1, it's really important that you find the right room. Look for rooms where the titles of the rooms or the subject matter being discussed in that room is something relevant to you, whether let's just say it's cooking, or let's just say it's online business, or let's just say it's digital marketing, or whatever, content creation, taxes, finance, whatever the room is. Make sure that you find the right room that has a decent amount of speakers on stage, listeners. It's awesome if there's. I personally prefer intimate rooms where there's not too many people on stage. There's maybe 1 or 2 moderators, and you really have an opportunity to actually interact with people. And, don't be afraid to contribute. Don't be afraid to raise your hand. You can click on that little icon right there, and some of the good moderators will point you towards this. Raise your hand and really contribute, and just bring unadulterated value. Contribute to the conversation. Help out. Be informative, right? This is what all of us want to do. We all, especially right now with everything that's going on with lockdown and pandemics, we all want to connect. This is the realest, most simplest, most direct way to connect without any filter, as I said before. The second thing that you can do, so that's a great way, because people start to see, and I'm going to let you know, stick around to the end, I'm going to let you know the results of literally going on Clubhouse for hours and hours and hours, especially recently. I'm going to give you the results of what I mean and how this has built my personal brand. So make sure you stick around. I'll get to that in a second. What happens is when you go into these rooms and you contribute and you collaborate, you start finding out other people. If you really, really bring that awesome value that I know you can bring, you start finding that you start connecting with new people and networking with new people. You start finding out that people are like, hey, wow, Nez, that's a really cool thing. I want to learn more about you. Again, related to building your personal brand. That's number 1. Number 1, you can really join a room where you can contribute. And I would say picking the right room is essential. You don't want a room that has too many people on stage, too many people who are moderators, 50 moderators, 20 moderators. I'd say a good number would be somewhere around 4 or 5 moderators, hopefully less. I think the more intimate, the better the room, and you'll get the most value out of it. So make sure that you're mindful of that. Number 2, start your own room. And don't be afraid to even start the room by yourself, because what ends up happening, just like every natural conversation, people start coming in, you start maybe answering questions or connecting with new people, you can make them a moderator. This happened to me very recently as I joined a YouTube networking group, and I was just blessed to be in a room with Sean Cannell and Heather from Think Media and Two Socks. If you're watching this, big shout out to you, Two Socks. Literally, he said exactly what I want you to do, to how you can build your personal brand. Again, I'll give you the results of what's happened after spending hours and hours on this app over the last week and a half. So Two Socks was like, Nez, I want you to stay around because I kept providing value. He's like, dude, you're on fire. You obviously know what you're talking about when it comes to YouTube, growth, strategy, content marketing, etc. He made me a moderator. And that was one of the rooms that I was in there for hours. And so I ended up connecting with him. I ended up networking with him. I ended up building relationships with the audience that was already there, and so on. And here's the cool thing about Clubhouse. If you start a room and you title it something interesting within your specialty or something even you want to just discuss, what happens is people discover your room. And here's the cool thing too about Clubhouse, if you don't know this, none of this is recorded. It's not like a feed where it stays there. Once the room starts and once the room ends, it's just that time that you can get the value and you can get the connections and networking. It's literally because once the room ends, it's over. It's gone. Much like stories, hasta la pasta. But even stories sticks around for 24 hours. Clubhouse is immediate. It's real. It's in the moment, which is why I think it's the purest definition of social media. I think this app is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So we talked about joining a room and really being selective about the types of rooms that you pick. We also talked about starting your own room and you being your own moderator and really providing that value, and people will join your room. And if they hear what you have to say and it's something that's valuable to them, you can start to see this room grow and grow exponentially. I've seen this happen before too. The third tip that you have to really implement so you can build your brand on Clubhouse, make sure you have a very powerful, informative, not too fancy, simple and direct bio. I've seen too many people just get on Clubhouse just to get on Clubhouse, and they go into a room, and if you do steps 1 and 2 and you've really contributed to the conversation and participated and demonstrated your value to the rooms, people are going to click on your profile and want to know more about you. This is essential. So the third tip for really building your brand on Clubhouse, make sure that your bio really clearly explains who you are, what you do, what's your business, what's your expertise, so people get a good idea. And you can also leave links in your bio that can, draw those people to other people. Now, Clubhouse has a built-in integration of Twitter and Instagram, which is awesome. Clubhouse, now that they're getting so many new members and so many new users and so many people signing up to be on Clubhouse, I have a feeling in the not too distant future, they're going to allow for you to have clickable links in your bio. So take the time, much like your about page for your website or your profile on Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever, take the time. You have a lot of space too. As far as I know, you have a ton of space where you can really dig deep and give your full narrative of who you are on your bio. And if you're looking for examples, just go to my bio and you can check out my bio. And please connect with me on Clubhouse. If you're watching this right now and you're really like, I want to get on Clubhouse, or maybe you've been on Clubhouse and you like these tips, go connect with me on Clubhouse, because I'm going to be putting out room after room after room. I am so all in on this app. It's just been unbelievably fun, vibrant, and just really beneficial for my brand and business. And so I just love it. I absolutely love it. And so make sure you connect with me. I'm at Professor Nez on just like I am on all social. Make sure you connect with me on Clubhouse. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you the results of all these steps, joining the right room, starting a room, making sure that my bio is really succinct, concise, direct, and provides really, really good clarity on who I am. Check this out. Are you ready for this? So after being on Clubhouse and following all those steps for the last literally week and a half, maybe 10 days, my Instagram has grown over 20%. My subscribers on YouTube have grown literally 10, 15%. I got something like, 200 subscribers, 300 subscribers just in the last 2-3 days alone. I accrued 3 new clients for my business. More important than that, I've been engaging in more conversation in the DMs, which leads to more connectivity, which if you really do a good job of showing up in the DMs and your direct messaging, those people will talk about you with their friends, with their own followers, with their own subscribers. And so I've been deepening the conversations that I've had on Clubhouse in the DMs. 3 new clients, y'all. 3 brand new paying clients for my digital consulting agency. And so guys, this is literally, I'm just beginning. This app is just starting to hit. You need to be on Clubhouse. If you follow these steps, I promise you're going to see insane results. And more than that, you're going to really be meeting and connecting with new like-minded people, awesome people. I have not met one troll yet. I'm sure they're going to show up. I'm sure they're there. But it's not really a place that you control, because you can easily get booted out of the room, and there's no point in trolling because there's no anonymity, and there's also, it's just not a kind of troll-friendly environment as far as like, what are you going to do? Nothing's left there behind. There is no permanency to the rooms and the conversations. All the conversations are in real time. So guys, please take advantage of this. Connect with me again on Clubhouse. I'm at Professor Nez. I hope you got a ton of value from this video. If you did, I would love it if you could click that like button down below. Make sure you click subscribe, because I'm bringing brain-busting content every single week, sometimes 3, 4, 5 videos a week. We've got our live stream, by the way, every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you connect with us. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss those live streams. It's a live office hours every single Sunday where you can ask me direct questions: how to build your brand, how to build an online business, how to advance your career, LinkedIn branding, social media marketing, content creation, anything you want to ask me. You got to come join us. We got an amazing, thriving community every single Sunday. I would love to see you there. And please leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what do you think of Clubhouse? What are your thoughts on the app? Do you have any strategies and tips that you think would be really beneficial for us to pay attention to? I like to keep my comments really as a real burgeoning, awesome place for us to really inspire each other, a nice collaborative comment section. And by the way, you may not know this, I respond to all the comments. So I'd love to hear from you. What did you think of this video? What are your thoughts on Clubhouse? Do you have any best tips and strategies for utilizing this brand new hot social media app? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, your energy. It means the absolute world to me. Make sure you go check out these other videos right here, because they're going to complement this video big time, and I'll see you in the next video.